big. Oh, you're so big, you can handle anything. A foul is a foul.
That's all you hear.
Yeah. I mean, he used to get manhandled by people. He used
like
to get mugged.
A foul is a foul. You know, the NBA. Well, since we're on the topic of NBA.
Yeah, let's go. Let's switch gears. Let's switch gears. It's getting hot in here. Literally and figuratively.
All right, NBA playoffs, man. What do y'all think about it so far? What are your feelings about the play? And who do you have coming out on top?
I got into a heated debate on Facebook in the sports group that we're in.
Shout out Top Shelf Sports Talk.
Top Shelf.
We in here, baby.
We're all members of
Top Shelf representatives.
Oh yeah.
And please, fellas, please make your comments. We'll be more than happy to hear from you.
Join if you dare.
If you dare. Get your information.
Make sure you know what you're talking about.
Call me a young Stephen A.
Now, my problem with the NBA playoffs so far has been a severe, off the charts lack of fundamentals. Yeah. And that includes missed free throws, open jumpers, open 10-foot jumpers. Nobody can hit an open 10-foot jumper in the NBA anymore.
I think Thiago Splitter airball a free throw.
Okay, layups.
Hacker Reggie? Did you see that? Hacker Reggie? Hack Reggie Evans. He's going to miss half the free throws he shoots.
Okay, and I started watching basketball in 1970 when the Knicks won in 69-70. And yeah, I think really the only player in the league that was really a really bad free throw shooter was Will Chamberlain. And being he was Will Chamberlain, they gave him a pass on it. Although I always contended that he could have been a better free throw shooter because anybody who's played basketball and cannot shoot a free throw, the first example I always give them is shoot like Rick Barry. Rick Barry used to shoot the underhanded free throw shot.
Sure did.
And trust me, if you've ever tried it, it's amazing how many more free throws you make because the backspin of the ball, the bounce off of the rim is truer. And it actually, a lot of times, as opposed to when you shoot it over, the normal way, overhand, you'll get better bounces. It's amazing. Yeah. And Chamberlain tried it for a while, but he got away from it because it's just not considered the macho.
It doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. So
I mean, it looks like a kindergartner.
It looks like a kindergartner. But you know what? Like I've always contended, the idea is to score the damn point. Yeah. Okay, the point is the most important thing, not whether you look good doing it.
Like the other night I was watching the other day I was watching the Miami Heat game. And you see
Miami Heat versus
the Indiana Pacers.
Okay, and they're playing in the Eastern
Conference Finals.
The Eastern Conference Finals.
No, not the Eastern, the semifinals.
The semifinals.
You got the Heat and the Pacers.
Heat, the Pacers,
Celtics and Sixers in the Eastern Conference semis. And then you got San Antonio who just swept the Clippers. That's over with. And Oklahoma City is about to put away the Lakers. They're up 3-1.
They're up 3-1. Now, I was watching the Miami Heat Pacers game the other day. And I see Dwayne Wade, one of the best players in the NBA, no doubt. Mm-hmm. This guy can't shoot a free throw to save his life.
He's been hurt.
He's been hurt for a while. LeBron James, same thing. Yeah. He's not a consistent free throw shooter.
No, he's not.
You can back up on LeBron. He'll make half of his shots.
Yeah, he'll go 50.
He'll go 50. The only true scorer in the NBA who I see in this day and age, Kobe Bryant and Kevin Durant.
Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups too, but
90% from the free throw.
But these guys
and Steve Nash.
Yeah. These guys can shoot from anywhere, and they will probably make it. Yeah. There are not many people in the NBA. When a great player like Rajon Rondo, who can't shoot at all,
he's awful.
When Blake Griffin is a top player who can't make a jump shot. Blake Griffin can't make a jump shot.
It's Lob City, baby.
I mean,
it's Lob City. That's all it does.
And see, this has been my complaint ever since ESPN started with showing all the dunking highlights every night, and basically these young kids were watching this, and now the purpose is not to come into the league, play fundamental basketball, make your teammates better, and become a champion.
You got to go to Spurs for that.
The idea now is to do the best dunk, look good doing it, like we said before, and be on SportsCenter, the top 10 highlights. And that's not what I contend sports is supposed to be
But
about.
how many of those awesome dunkers legs last more than maybe 4 seasons?
Hey, ask Kobe. Kobe will dunk like.
Yeah, but Kobe needs breaks now. He doesn't do it consistently. Because those legs.
Michael Jordan took a big step back.
That's usually when players learn how to shoot
Later on, yeah.
Go. Think about Vince Carter. Think about Tracy McGrady. Think about Kenyon Martin. These guys came in with great dunking reputations. How long did their legs last?
Jason Richardson, another one.
Jay Rich.
He's a 3-point shooter exclusively now.
Absolutely. But when he came into the league,
Dunk City.
and I played high school ball with Jason Richardson. When I tell you, he would jump out of the fucking gym. Him and Charles Rogers, the NFL receiver, they came out the same year.
Okay.
They were in the year with me. And football and basketball, they were extremely dominant. They went to Saginaw Valley.
Okay.
And when I tell you that team was loaded with talent, I believe they went to the state in both sports.
Okay.
They were extremely talented because both guys play both sports.
Right.
Like you think Jason Richardson could play basketball? Put him in the slot.
Well, he's
He's
wide
huge.
receiver.
Oh my
He's huge
God.
though. He's huge.
Yeah,
But he was athletic.
Oh, yeah,
So
that-
all you had
and
to throw
big.
jump balls.
Right.
And who's gonna do it?
Right. And then you got Charles Rogers on the
On
other
the
side.
other side, man, these dudes was amazing.
Right.
Man, but it's really frustrating watching the NBA now. Like I'm a younger viewer. You know, the best basketball I say I've ever seen, the best team I probably ever seen was the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq.
Okay.
You know.
Why is both sports like that? It seems similar to football and basketball. It seems like the best times were like 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Because you think about basketball with Jordan and Barkley and Clyde Drexler.
Well, look, even before that, the 80s was the golden age of basketball. Magic, Larry Bird, Dr. J, Moses Malone.
Remember that was the dawn of cable.
Okay.
When cable came into play, and all of a sudden, you could watch teams playing in the West Coast. You could watch the Kings playing the Supersonics.
Nobody wanted to watch that game.
Well, nobody wanted to watch it, but you could watch
You
it.
could.
You
If
could see the
wanted.
players. You
In
could
the
see the
East
players.
Coast, you could stay up and
No, I
you
know
could
what
watch
you
it all of a sudden. Whereas before that, you had no shot at watching that game.
You would have to find out in the paper.
You probably wouldn't even see a highlight of it.
So again,
All right.
we can see a product of where the business is taking over.
Right,
the sport.
ESPN all of a sudden in 1984
That's
becomes
what
a force,
Okay.
and now all of a sudden everybody can see the highlights. Everybody can watch the games on
Who was the
cable.
popular ESPN broadcaster when they started out?
Berman's been there. Chris Berman's been
I know
there
he's
from
been
the
there a while. I
beginning.
know if he was the monkey
Yeah,
guy.
you had Dan Patrick was
Dan
there,
Patrick,
and
okay.
what was the name? What's the name of the kooky one? The one that just got fired. What's his name? We used to work with Dan Patrick. I forgot his name with the
I know what
glasses.
you're talking about.
And he was on MSNBC for a minute.
So what has happened to the evolution of these sports? Like, where are these sports going? I'm nervous about where football's gonna be 20 years from now.
I mean,
It's not going to be the top sport. It's going to fall back. I think it's going to fall back.
How long before it falls back?
I give it a good 10, 15 years before
You think it'll be
they
that
start.
long?
I say 10 years because I think right now it is the best sport, and you have everybody talks football. Everybody.
Yeah.
I know women who are fans of football who had never even thought about football 5 years.
I think it's going to happen once the diehard fans who are kind of like tolerating all of this offense and all of this emphasis on offense, when they finally just give up and just stop watching.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people my age who do not watch basketball any longer and haven't watched basketball for over a decade.
Oh, basketball
Took a huge hit.
huge.
When they had that lockout and everything, that next season,
Yeah.
I think that was like their worst season as far as viewers.
Absolutely. That's why the NFL worked as hard as they could to try to keep from doing that,
And they had
because
a great season
that's-
after the lockout.
that's suicide,
The NFL had a great season with all the unpreparedness. When you look at like a Cam Newton, no off season, the way he played.
Yeah.
The NFL recovered better than any sport I've ever seen.
oh yeah.
Don't fuck it up.
that-
Please don't fuck it up.
I'm saying you all these the main problem I see for the NFL is that pretty soon it's not going to be about what's on the field. It's about what's going on in the
in the boardrooms,
in the boardrooms, in the courtroom.
It's gonna turn into wrestling.
Basically, yeah.
They start planning out the game. Like, okay, you're gonna score. Right. You're not gonna score. You're gonna get the ball back. You're gonna get an interception.
And we need 30 points at least.
Oh my God.
You know,
like some of the greatest games I've ever seen have been 7-3.
Yeah.
But it's not sexy.
That's not popular, man.
It's not
popular.
sexy.
It's not popular unless you're watching it.
You know, how many women are gonna sit through, like we were saying about women? How many women are gonna sit through a 7-3 game, a 6-3 game? Oh, there isn't people running down the field. Oh, there aren't. You know, they want to see. They want to see the big splash play. They don't want to see.
But the one thing women do provide is they provide a lot of money. And if you can sell to women, they will always buy.
Ask Alyssa Milano. She's making a mint off of that NFL brand line for women. Yeah. She's making tons of money. She don't even have to act anymore.
I mean, you even got owners now. Like, doesn't J-Lo own a part of the Dolphins?
Yes.
Yes, Harry Martin.
J-Lo, the Estefans, the Esteban. I'm sorry, the Esteban, Gloria, and her husband, Mark Anthony, also has a piece of the.
It's tough. You know, I feel bad for the future sports watchers because you're going to see a product that has been damaged.
Absolutely.
Well, I think that sports has already taken a hit because they've taken the regular guy out of it. The regular guy. I mean, how many football games have we been to lately? Okay.
I was just looking at my Georgia Forest coupons. They play around the corner. They took it for like $8.
I've been to one football game in 40 years of watching football.
I have never been to an NFL
and it was a preseason game.
I've been to 2 Lions games.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Atlanta over 10 years. Never been to a Falcons game. And I love the Falcons.
Yes. I've been in Atlanta for 15 years, since 1997, and I've yet to go to Turner Field to see the Braves.
I've been to 4 Braves games.
And I've yet to go to the
Oh, where were you sitting? Were you sitting by the lights?
Oh, I could pretty much clean the ceiling if they wanted.
Well, like I said,
they've taken it away from the regular fan. And so now with the cable and everything, the regular fan is sitting at home. Yeah. He's sitting at home watching it
in HD.
Right. The Super Bowl, the regular fan isn't there.
Nobody can afford those tickets.
Exactly.
And the plane ticket. And the hotel.
Exactly.
And spending money.
Yes. Oh yeah, and you have to be there a week before because if you want to get all the little pre-Super Bowl activities and whatnot.
That's about $5,000 I just called out.
At least.
Between a ticket, air flight, money, hotel.
Each person.
$5,000 per person. At least. Because the only guys that are at the Super Bowls are like the old guys who have long money.
Yeah. Yes.
And like retired, do nothing else.
Exactly. There you go.
So it's a group of like old men that have been to every Super Bowl.
Every Super Bowl, right.
Yeah, how much money do they have?
And my contention is that it's already started. Mm-hmm. I mean, the decline has already started. And when I was a kid, we used to go to Shea Stadium in Queens, and my father, I mean, we're talking about box seats at Shea Stadium for $5 a piece.
I mean, like, you
can't get a hot dog now for that.
Well, at Tiger Stadium, they had like open seating in certain areas.
Right.
So you pay and you get there and get the seat that's best available.
Right.
Now everything is sectioned.
Yes.
But that was old Tiger Stadium.
Yes.
Long time ago.
Hell, you could go to Yankee Stadium. I think you could get in the bleachers for like $1. Mm-hmm. I mean, kids would go after school. Yeah. You know,
but
and you down $1.
But see, that's unheard of nowadays.
Oh yeah.
That's unheard of. You can't. If you're a kid, you're
doomed.
You'll never get into a game.
That ended really,
never.
That ended really like in the 80s because it's the same thing with concerts, with musical concerts. How many kids out here who are listening can afford a Jay-Z concert? Can afford, you know what I'm saying, a Snoop Dogg concert? Can afford a
I'll tell you now.
Beyonce concert?
I'll tell you now. I'm not gonna go to any concert unless it's in the club. Because I know I'll get the best of both worlds.
Right. I mean, I saw the Police. I saw Billy Joel at the Garden. I saw a lot of the major artists of the time at the Madison Square Garden. I couldn't afford it now.
It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that you have kids nowadays who will never get the opportunity.
Ever go.
Never get the experience.
And that's they have to experience it through the television.
Yep.
That's basically what it's
and through television, everything is warped. ESPN.
And it's not the same, trust me.
Everybody
I've been to
checking
a concert at the Garden. Okay, watching the Police on TV is
Watching
not
a
the
football
same
game.
as going to that concert.